What's up, fam? Uh, just got this little 3D printer thing here. As you can see, I printed out a couple things with it. Little cat. He actually turned out right. I was trying to do a Yoda minion. This was like a little Yoda minion. It didn't turn out too well. He didn't turn out too well. But we're gonna hang on to him for a minute anyway. This was the platform that he sat on. And now with this, they said it's like a hard or a steep learning curve for a person who never 3D printed before. But I tell you like this, man, it's not that difficult. I'm just wasting material right now printing a little hexagon thing, but I just downloaded DAZ Studio. Looking kind of forward to this, playing with this, in order to be able to make the images and different things like that I'm looking for. Because what I want to do is be able to make, pictures of people and stuff like that, and then print them over there on the printer. But let me show you something down here. This right here. All right, so for all my 3D printing people who want to get into this, and you buy one of these little printers over here, this right here is the program I would suggest that you use for printing and slicing. It's real simple, it's real easy. What you'll have to end up doing though, and this is what they didn't tell me. I had to go and read and find this out myself. All right, over here where you got your printer set up, right? Then you got a profile, right? So if you go and you look at your profile, go down here to manage profiles. This preference will pop up here, and when you go over and you look at, let me see if I can find it real quick. Printers. I got a bunch of stuff open. All right, so you go over there and you look at printers. That's your printer, right? And so that's the printer that you want to put in. If you put that printer in, then it'll actually give you, let me close this. It'll give you this template right here. And once you get that right there, then the rest of it, will be pretty cool. In your, this right here, close that. Give me just a second, y'all. So let's say we open a file, right? We're gonna open a file, and we'll just open that one real quick, for no particular reason. All right. So it's going to import it in. It's going to tell you it's unable to slice it because it's too big. So you got to take it, resize it down to, I'm going to resize it down to 75%. Boom. And that should be big enough. Hold on. Let me move it. Actually, let me do something. Let me do a different one. Let me clear this. New project, yes. I'm gonna eject all that. Let me do something that is simple. Let's do a cylinder. Come on. All right, so we got a cylinder down there. Boom, it's already loaded, it sliced it, and you're good to go. So basically, you see what it looked like. That's in the layer view. So it shows you all your various layers. Look at it in an X-ray view, see what it looks like. Looks good. Then the final print, that's what it'll end up turning out to be. That's what it should look like. And then you just go over there and you hit save the file. Of course, I would actually save it to an external. I'd save it to an external SD card, and I picked up one of these little USB SD card readers for like $5 because my laptop doesn't even have an SD card reader on it, which I had this laptop for like 3 years and never really didn't even realize that. So, but you can pick that up for like $5, get you an extra micro SD card. Where's my micro SD card? I don't know. I got another one floating around there somewhere. Pop it in the back of the printer and let it do its thing. So that's just a quick little video on the Delta Mini 3D printer. So like, subscribe. Got any questions or comments? I am a novice at this. I'm not an expert yet. So, but just for those who want to get into the 3D printing thing, you could actually do it relatively inexpensively. I think I got maybe $200 invested in everything, from the PLA to the printer and the SD card reader and all that stuff. So software that I'm using is free. Oh, which by the way, the software comes on the micro SD card that comes with the printer, and you have to have, so to load it, because I had tried to download all this stuff. I went to the thing and I was going to download it all, and then I put the micro SD card in my converter, put it in there, and I seen that it had this program plus another program in there. This one seems to be easier to use for me. So just load it all in, load the software in, then you're off to the races. Of course, you have to do your own manipulation on different things and stuff like that, once you get it all set up. But it's way easier than what I've seen on YouTube, the videos that I've seen on YouTube where they're talking about it's a good printer to get started with, but it's probably not the best printer for a novice. I vehemently disagree with that. This is the best printer for a novice. It has that self adjusting or self-regulating bed. When it starts, it makes sure that it's going to be level and everything like that. It has a heated bed on it, and everything like that. Another thing that the reason why I think this one didn't actually finish right was because of the conditions in the room, the temperature in the room. I started printing it last night, and I had a little space heater in here with me because I'm in my basement, and it was off to the races, looking good. So I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna just go to bed, and I cut all the lights out and everything like that. And then I think the temperature in the room probably dropped, and I think that caused it to actually mess up. I don't think it had anything to do with anything other than that. So that's another thing that you might have to consider, is the conditions in your room, temperature in your room that you're working with, but I would highly recommend, if anybody wanted to get started in 3D printing, to actually check out the Delta Mini. All right, thanks. Like, subscribe. We'll get back with you later with another video.